Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel once again. Okay, so thank you for stopping by on this channel once again. Today's tutorial is going to focus on the trendy puff sleeve you are seeing on the dress on the screen. Okay, so to achieve this particular sleeve pattern, we are going to slash and spread our basic sleeve pattern, and we are going to have a basic long sleeve to serve as the base of this sleeve as well. So this is my basic long sleeve pattern. Okay, so if you don't know how to make your basic long sleeve, I'll be dropping the link on the description box below. Okay, so I'm going to trace out this basic sleeve before we continue our slash and spread. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this each week. Like this video, share to family and friends, and drop your comments on the comment section below. Okay, so right now we'll be starting this particular tutorial immediately, and like I earlier said, you need your long sleeve pattern. You need your basic sleeve, okay, your basic long sleeve. Okay, so this is your basic long sleeve, and now on the screen you can see the puff sleeve we have in there. So the basic long sleeve right now, we are going to use it to achieve that puff sleeve. So the first thing we want to do right now is to determine where we want that sleeve to stop. So looking at the sleeve on the screen, you can see this is the elbow line of the basic sleeve. I need this sleeve to stop 3 inches before the elbow, after the elbow. So you can see I'm taking my measurement from the elbow line coming up, and that is where I want the sleeve to stop. I can also leave it at 2 inches. Okay, so we can make 2 inches of it. So at this particular mark, that is where I'm going to stop this particular sleeve you are seeing on the screen. So I'm going to trace out this sleeve by bringing in a plain pattern paper, as you can see. So this plain pattern paper you see me in here, I'm going to fold it to form the grain line for the new sleeve. So this is the grain line. Okay, so I'll make sure I have this equally so I can have the grain line perfectly. Okay, so the grain line we had in here, that is what we have in here as well. So I'm going to match it up right now and secure it with my masking tape. Okay, so but I'll just hold it on right here and just trace it out accordingly. So right here, as you can see, this is where we want the sleeve to stop. Okay, remember we had our mark in here, so that is where our sleeve is stopping. So it means I'm going to trace. I'm tracing out right now using my curve ruler, the same way we made this pattern, like this. Okay, now I'll come over to the sleeve cap where I have my ruler right now, and I'm going to trace out the one on top. Okay, so what we are doing here is just to trace out this sleeve so we can make use of it for our tutorial. Okay, so I'm placing my pattern ruler like this to get exactly the curve. That is what I'm trying to achieve. Okay, so now you can see I will now step down to form the front sleeve. So what I traced right here is the back sleeve. So at this point I'm going to stop my sleeve. So I'll take away my main pattern and then draw a straight line. So I'm done with the tracing the sleeve. Okay, so all I'm going to do right now is to cut. This is the sleeve we are going to slash and spread. Okay, so I'm cutting the back pattern together, as you can see. All right, so this is our sleeve. So for this particular sleeve right now, I'm going to spread it open right now and place back the original sleeve to form the front sleeve. Okay, so this is the grain line. Please don't forget, I'll just draw a line to it from this point of the hem to the cap height, and that is the grain line. So I can now place this on the grain line. You can see that the back is matching up accordingly. Can you see the back is matching up? But we still have from this point to cut off, which is the sleeve part for the front. Okay, so I'll still place this, as you see right here, like this and like this. Okay, just to cut out the front. So the front is usually smaller than the back sleeve head because of the arm. So now I'm done. So all I'm going to do is to cut out that excess, and now our sleeve is complete. So I'm cutting off the excess right now. So this part will serve as the front, and this part will serve as the back. Okay, so it's time for us to start slashing and spreading. But before we slash and spread, we need to mark out the slash lines. So looking at that particular picture you are seeing on the screen of that sleeve, this is what is being done right there. So we have the slash lines from the sleeve head on the front and the back. Okay, both the front and the back has it. So I'm going to take what I have from the grain line. I'll take the measurement of what I have to the end of my sleeve, and right here I have 10 inches. So I'm going to divide what I have here into 3, because we have one of our slash lines going to fall right into the arm. So 10 divided by 3, I have at about 3.25 or thereabouts, 3.25. Okay, so I'll come over here. I'll also measure equally 3.25. That's 3 1/4, 3. All right, so now that I'm done sharing these points, the next thing I'm going to do is to also share what I have on the grain line. So if you look at it, you can see I've already shared it, but I'm going to explain what I just did here. So I have to, from the sleeve head, I came down by 2.5. The next I marked 2.5, then the rest I shared 2 inches in between them. So now I'm going to connect the first point from the sleeve head to that point using my curvy part of my ruler like this. Okay, so that is the slash line. Okay, so I'll turn my ruler again and curve into this like this. Can you see that? Okay, so I'll also take it, sorry about that, I'll take it like this and connect back like this. Can you see? So here I'll call this 1A and 1B, 2A and 2B. Okay, so now I have 2 of it right now. So another one will be exactly at the armhole line. Okay, so I'll connect my ruler like this. Okay, pointing towards the armhole like that. Can you see that? I'll also connect this also pointing towards the armhole like that. All right, so the next point right now, I'm going to measure on the sleeve itself, not on the cap. Okay, so I'll come down by 2.5 inches and I'll connect it back to this point. Okay, so this is how I'm going to connect it. So I'll also come down from this point at 2 1/4. That is 2 1/4, 2 1/4. They have to be equal, and I'll connect it back to this point, as you can see. So right now I'm done. This is 3A and this is 3B, 4A and 4B. So why we are labeling it this way is because we are going to slash and spread. So I'm going to cut out my slash lines right now, and I want you to see how I'm cutting them. So I'm going to cut my slash lines and I'm going to keep them, as you see, because we are going to spread to have that pleating you are seeing on the screen. So I'll just slash, and then we'll add fullness so we'll be able to pleat our sleeve back. Okay. Alright, so the last sleeve you see in here is 5A and 5B. Can you see that? You can see the sleeve right now. Okay, everything is right in order. So for the upper piece, so you don't get yourself confused, you can just write up for this so you know when placing it, it will be up. You can also write all of them, not only for the upper piece, you can indicate up for all of them because we'll be keeping it up. So the next thing we want to do, we are going to use a plain pattern paper right now for our slash and spread. So right here, I'm going to make a straight grain line, okay? So I'm going to draw out my grain line, then I'll show you how to slash and spread. Right now for your slash and spread, you can see the line I have a horizontal line, I have a vertical line. So the first particular slash and spread I'm going to do right now is 1A and 1B. And this 1A and 1B, I'm going to apply my adhesive on it like this, okay? So I'm applying my adhesive because we are going to place this exactly on this. So I want you to watch how I'm placing it. You see this grain line and this grain line has to match, okay? And the sleeve head has to be on this line. I believe you are seeing what I'm doing. So you have to arrange it, okay? So once that is done, the pleating we want to give to that particular sleeve right now is going to be at 3 inches. So this is my 3 inches. So all the pleatings will be at 3 inches interval. So the next one is going to be 2A, and I will make sure I place 2A exactly at that point, following the grain line. Can you see that? So I position it exactly the way it should be, like this on the grain line. So next, I'm going to measure 3 inches. Can you see? So the next will be our 3A and 3B. So you can see why we numbered all of these, so it will be easy for us to place. So I have placed it after 3 inches exactly on the grain line, as you see. Okay, so the next one will be after 3 inches, like that, like that. So I'll just do for 4A and 4B and 5A and 5B. I'll show you the finished result. Now I'm done with the slashing and spreading. Okay, so I've spread it right now, and you can see that all my spreads I have in here are all at 3 inches interval, 3 inches interval. So the next thing I want to do, I will just make a curved line starting all the way from this point. I'll just keep curving it to the tip like this, to their tips. Okay, from here I'll just make a rounded line like this. Coming over here from the sleeve head, I'll just make a rounded line connecting to all of them like this. So right away, I'm going to cut it off so we can pleat and cut on our fabric. So I'm going to cut. So I'm cutting through these lines like this. I believe you are seeing what I'm doing in here. I'm cutting round as you see. Okay, so this is what you expected to have at this point. So can you see that? That is what you expected to have at this point. So I'll just try something right now. I'm going to make sure this point, this particular point, because that is where the kissing, the pleating is going to be. I'll just try to merge it, because at the end of the day we are going to have everything merged like this, okay? So I'll just try to kiss, because that is how everything is going to be. So this will be kiss to this point like this. This part will be kissed to this point like this, okay? So you can see once it kisses each other like this right now, that is where the pleatings are going to be, okay? But because this is a pepper, to kiss it, making sure it matches might not really be easy. So like this one, I'll just start from the lower to kiss like this. Can you see? So that is how it's going to be, okay? Starting from the lower point, trying to kiss them. Can you see? I'm just trying to make sure they match up like this, okay? So this one will also match up at the tip, will match up, okay? Because that is how it's going to be when we sew it. So what we are going to do now is just to place our notches. Okay, so I'm going to place some notches right here. I'm going to make my markings for my pleatings like this, okay? On the fabric, we'll just make our notch and pleat it back. So this is the notches we are going to have on the fabric when we cut. So on the fabric right now, I'll be placing my pattern and I'll just make these notches like that, okay? So at this point, between here and here, we are going to have a pleating. That is what I actually trying to explain. Between here and here, here and here, there's going to be a pleating coming to kiss each one like this. That is what I'm talking about. Can you see that? To form that sleeve. From here to here, there's going to be to form the sleeve. Can you see that the pleatings has already started forming itself? So from here to here, you have to kiss it to form this. So let me just cut this on the fabric and place the notches, so you see exactly how it will look like. But I also want you to note that you need your basic sleeve. Okay, this is just the slash and spread, the upper puff sleeve, but you are going to cut your basic sleeve also and place it accordingly. Okay, so the pleatings will be pleated on top of the basic sleeve like this. Can you see? So let me just cut it so you can see. All right, so right now I'm done cutting it out on my fabric. As you can see right now, I added 0.5 seam allowance all around and 1 inch for the hemming. So now I'm going to place the notches I talked about. These notches you are seeing me placing right now, that is exactly where I'm going to pleat this sleeve once I take off my pattern. So I'll just keep placing the notches at this point, like that, like that, like that. I'll place my notches and I'm done. So right now I'm going to take off my pins and take off my patterns. So my patterns is off right away, but I still have my notches. Okay, so right now I'm going to match each notch to the notches which I made. So I'm going to pick up 1 notch to 1 notch, starting all the way from the basic from the sleeve head. Okay, so this is my sleeve head for one part. I'm going to match the first notch, making sure it matches to the next one. I'll secure it with my pins. I'll come over here, I'll pick up this, I'll match it up, I'll secure it with my pin. So as you see right now, you can see the curve, okay, is forming already on the sleeve. So now I will pick up this and I'll match it up, you can see that, and secure it with my pins. Then I'll pick up this and match it up and secure with my pin. Okay, so that is for the second pleating. So you can see that the pleatings are forming itself already. Now the next one is the third one, which is 3A and 3B. I'm going to match the notch to the notch like this and secure it with my pin. And I'll come over here and match notch to notch and secure with my pin. Okay, so you can see I have the pleatings right now. Okay, so the last one, which is for the fourth one, I'll also match notch to notch like this and secure it with my pins. Okay, I'll come over here, I'll match notch to notch and secure with my pin, and we are done. So you can see how beautiful this sleeve is actually looking here. So to complete the sleeve, like I earlier said, you need a long sleeve to serve as the base of this particular drape. Okay, so you can see the pleatings has to be sewn into a base. So you are going to cut another fabric, which is the inner fabric you are seeing on the lace long sleeve part of that dress on the screen. So right here I'm going to sew it. Okay, so I'll just place what I have just pleated on top of the fabric you've already cut, which is this long sleeve. Make sure you place grain line to grain line and you just sew exactly like this. Okay, so you keep sewing exactly like this. So at this point is where you have the armhole. You are going to sew it in here, and like this you also sew at this point. That is where you have the armhole. So once it is sewn, this part will be sewn like this, and this is sewn like this to form the sleeve. Okay, so once you have the sleeve right now, this is what you are going to have at the end of the day. So you can see it's actually looking exactly like what we have on the screen. Okay, so the long sleeve is going to be the base to carry it, and once you have it on the shoulder, it gives you exactly what you have on the screen. So this is how we come to the end of this tutorial. I believe you enjoyed this tutorial. So if you love this content, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this each week. Like this video, share to family and friends, and drop your comments and your suggestions on the comment section below. Okay, so thank you very much for stopping by on this channel once again. See you in my next video. Bye.